Hi, I'm Josie, and if you are here for rectocele repair recovery type content, I'm going to talk about that first, and then the rest of it's going to be bodybuilding and my experience with it. So, just off the bat, I have a show that I want to do in October. It's about 16 weeks away, and I'm very excited. But as for the strength training workouts and how that's affecting my recovery, I had a rectocele, and I had that repaired. That is a form of prolapse. And I got it after having 3 kids. But I also have a mild cystocele, and I do think I've sort of just kind of acted as though I don't have any other issues, and I do feel as though it's gotten a little bit tougher to go number one, urinate. So that's a little frustrating, and it just kind of stinks that it might be the kind of thing where I do want to end up talking to a physical therapist again, a pelvic floor therapist again. It's not fun to deal with that. It's not that I have any issues with incontinence. I don't actually have that. It's when I then go to use the restroom, I am having a little bit harder time being able to get everything out. It's like I have to rock. But it was never as bad as like trying to deal with that for number 2. The other thing is with that, is it really just the workouts, or is it the fact that I'm aiming for bare minimum a gallon of water every day? That doesn't include like if I have any level of juices, sodas, or things like that. Just straight up, that's just the water part, not liquids, water. And I can include like herbal teas and to some extent coffee, but then coffee is a diuretic. So there's a lot of that, and that's very frustrating. So if you are dealing with prolapse surgery and you are thinking about doing bodybuilding, just keep an eye on your pelvic floor. Just because you get a surgery for something, especially if it's just one thing and you're dealing with multiples, you still have to be mindful. It's not an immediately fix all, and I believe people can get prolapse even without having had kids. I had 3 kids, and so just be careful, learn the proper things for bracing. I'm gonna be looking into that. I'm so sorry. But as for my actual experience just enjoying bodybuilding, we had a mild illness. Well, for adults it's mild, and then I had my menses. So the first 2 weeks it was like, man, this schedule's really kicking my butt, and I don't really like the meal prepping. Well, also just having to learn to do the meal prepping. But now the past couple days I've been killing it with, today and yesterday, that's 2 days, and I still have to do my at-home workout, but I've been killing it with workouts, and I had so much progress in the amount of weight I could do and taking a little bit less rest time. But I definitely miss my fats. I miss my fats. I love fats. I love full peanut butter, not PB powder, and I am enjoying the avocado. I didn't used to eat avocado, but I'm enjoying that. So I don't know how long I'm going to make this video. I had some ideas of making it much longer than this. I see that we're not even at 4 minutes because this is just kind of a minor update. Let me know if you like these kinds of things. I'm going to be probably trying to do a little bit more dedicated physique updates where I comment on that. I've had 3 kids. I have loose skin. If you've seen any of my shorts, you'll see I have loose skin. And I don't think it necessarily makes me look bad, but I've been seeing stuff. I look up these things, like how do you deal with loose skin with things like bikini, wellness, figure competitions. I guess there's Fit Model now, just any of it. And there's tape, and people will tape their skin down. So just kind of learning about this sort of thing. And I'm at the mark where I really need to get a posing coach. I'm excited, nervous. There's a part of me, there's a show in August that I would love to do. I don't think I'm ready at all, and it's expensive. But it's kind of like a part of me wants to just do a show even if I'm not fully conditioned, because I want to place a lot. I want to place, I'd like to get at least top 5, and preferably top 3. I mean, I'd love to win in October, but from everything I'm seeing and just how I feel myself, I feel like to be able to even do very well, you got to get rid of those first time jitters, the nervousness, and I'm definitely nervous about it. Not that I really should be, it's not the end of the world if I don't do a great job, but it's just, I kind of want to have a bad show just so that I make all my mistakes then and then have a good show. And just also, one of the things I'm really hoping to get out of this is discipline in general, that when I start having things like an actual off season, that they translate then, having much more understanding of my body and how it operates so that I can grow muscle well, being able to actually have more of a set schedule, not a solid routine, but just some options, not just for, food, meal prep, meal planning, but also just workouts. And this already, my coach has recommended a whole bunch of exercises. So my schedule has dedicated gym days, but also, so 2 gym days, 2 home days, 1 that's optional, for gym or home with the variations. And I've learned a lot of new exercises. So I would consider myself reasonably advanced in terms of, I've been lifting weights since 2016. I've been in gym since 2015 or 14. And in general, like, I'm not shy in a gym. I go there, and as far as the actual effort I put out, like, I try to get to failure for many of the exercises that I do, progressive overload, or kind of like main gain, very small bulks. I do enjoy cuts. I like the results, but this is, I feel even more because I'm actually paying someone that I have to really stick to it. But I don't really want to pay someone in an off season. So just kind of figuring out what it is that I like about it and wanting something that I kind of do once a year, not like one show, but within 1 month, not to have mini seasons or a couple different seasons, like a spring and fall with a mini bulk and prep again in the summer. I don't really want to do that. I'd like it to either be late summer or fall, I think around then, just in general, maybe even spring, or just kind of rotating each year to do 1 to 3 shows. That's kind of what I would like to do. Also, I joined the NPC. That's where I have my membership with, and those are the shows that I'm looking at. But I want to stay natural, and with that in mind, it might be the kind of thing I have seen with the way the bikini division has gone. I don't like the fit model division. I don't like the look. But with the way the bikini division has gotten much more muscular, it's the kind of thing where if I were to go further, I would really need to consider actually taking performance enhancing drugs just to be able to actually start placing against other people. And you know what? If you want to do what you want to do, you can do what you want to do. I don't want to do that. And so I would like to go to NPC. It's like the glamorous one in my mind. It would be so cool to be an IFBB pro, but if it ever got to the point where I just can't place, I will probably just switch over to OCB. And when you start looking at some of these OCB much higher up divisions, even physique, OCB women's physique to me looks very similar to some of the most muscular of the bikini competitors, or not wellness because of the proportions of them, but being more bottom heavy. But it's just the kind of thing where it's like, I really like that strong muscular look, but it just remains fully feminine. And I do feel like NPC looks so much more glamorous, and maybe it's just because it compensates for the level of toughness that your body has to become and endure to get to those points. It's so glamorous. It's so girly, and I like that. I want to be a part of that, but only up until a point. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I have some goals that I'd like to get out of it that have nothing to do with placing well. I want to get out there. I want to make friends. I want to meet other competitors. I'd love to meet other mom competitors. That seems interesting, and just really push my body and see what I can achieve. And again, keep it natural to the point where I've always wanted to do the NPC since like 2018 when I was really looking into it, and want to do that. But after I do that for a while, very likely move to OCB, because I can't do that forever, I don't think, unless I really push myself. I think I do have pretty good genetics, but you know, I don't necessarily think they're God tier. I think they're good. I don't think they're God tier. So thank you for making it this far. If you did, if you have any questions or comments you want to leave down below, feel free to. As far as questions in regards to the prolapse surgery that I had, I have a whole playlist that's dedicated to it. So not sure that I will stick this video in the playlist. No, just shoot, I will, because I talked about it in the beginning, but feel free to just ask there. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.